Out of all the things about Sonic Frontiers I feel like we have the least amount of information on is the main antagonist, or so she seems, Sage. Now we already know quite a bit about the story, the characters involved, and what the main overall objective is going to be. As the titular character, we are tasked with saving Sonic's friends, which isn't anything new, but for once it's going to come at a price. According to Sage, his reckless actions endanger the world. Sonic trying to save his friends is going to destroy everything around him. But just how much weight does that statement actually hold? Is Sage telling the truth here, or is she just trying to get Sonic to stop? What is Sonic doing that's so bad that would cause the entire world and not just the Starfall Islands to be at risk? I will be answering that question and many more in today's video. Who is Sage? A Sonic Frontiers theory. As always, if you like content like this and want to see more of it in the future, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video, letting me know in the comment section down below as well that you enjoyed it. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to be able to establish the facts, the undisputable information that we already have about this character, presented by trailers and also other pieces of information we can find. Of course, we're going to try to keep this non-spoilery, so let's try to stay within the confines of officially released information. So the first thing that we know is that she's cautioned Sonic to leave the island multiple times. We're also made well aware that she has allegiance to the giant Titan-sized monster that we see in the trailer, as well as some of these smaller ones like the Ninja. We also have a couple of quotations from her in the Japanese trailers for Sonic Frontiers, as well as the English. I will be going back and looking at those later in the video because I want to take some time and actually dissect those quotes and figure out who she is as a character. That aside, from the trailers that we've seen so far, she doesn't actually go out of her way to fight Sonic herself, and if she does attack Sonic at all, it's in self-defense, as we saw at the end of the story trailer. But that's kind of all the information we have on her as a character, as an individual, like what her personality is like. So let's take some time and talk a bit about her design. Her character design contains three basic colors: red, white, and black. The red and the black are kind of used cohesively here to indicate a wireframe or some kind of digital alteration of what the character is supposed to be. Now that, I believe, is the most important part of her design, and we'll go back to that later in the video. The last thing I want to note here is that on the right side of her face, we can see that she has one eye covered, and there appears to be some sort of digital wireframe thing happening on that side of her face as well, but we can't really see what's happening. I wonder if that's going to play a big role in the actual story itself. Maybe she has some sort of final form or something, I'm not sure. But I just thought that'd be interesting to mention. So pushing aside the facts and also her design, let's get into the character dissection here, what we already know and what can be inferred. So we already know that she cautioned Sonic to leave the island multiple times, as I said earlier in the video, but the big question here is, why did she give Sonic the opportunity to escape? If she's supposed to be the big bad villain here, then why is she allowing Sonic to escape with his life rather than just trying to get rid of him on the spot? Sage repeatedly cautioning Sonic to get out of the island makes me believe that she's not like your typical Sonic villain. She's someone who doesn't seem to actually have a personal vendetta against Sonic or any of his friends. In a Japanese trailer for Sonic Frontiers, she even says, "You never stop, even when chaos stands in your way. You never stop. Even when mighty foes block your path, you never stop. What keeps your feet moving forward? You never stop. Why don't you ever stop?" This furthers my point in believing that Sage sees defeating Sonic as a means to an end. She wants to protect the Starfall Islands in her own weird way, but in order to do that, she'd have to get rid of Sonic. So it's nothing personal, but she just has to get rid of him. And she won't even do it herself. She'll have her minions or the people she works with do it instead. Now, the reason I say in her own weird way is because she allowed her ninja, the person she's working with, I guess, to attack a defenseless Coco. And I feel like since the Coco is an inhabitant of the island, if you want to preserve that island and have it be safe and live in peace, then you'd want to protect the inhabitants as well. But maybe she's not actually trying to protect the island at all. Maybe she just wants to destroy it, but if Sonic tries to protect the island, he's actually causing more problems than it would be to get rid of it. It's possible that the Starfall Islands are actually the main antagonists of the game into their entirety. Maybe these islands are just so bad that they need to be destroyed, but Sonic doesn't know this and wants to preserve them. Another thing that I noticed about the quotation I brought up from the Japanese trailer for Frontiers is that she's pretty disassociative when she talks about the chaos standing in Sonic's way and the mighty foes blocking Sonic's path. She doesn't say us or we. She calls it as she sees it, mighty foes and chaos. She doesn't involve herself in any of that. It's almost as if she doesn't want to be a part of any of this. So maybe it's quite possible that she answers to someone higher than her. Maybe she's just a cog in a machine for this entire plan to work. And I think I may have a reason to back this up. If we go back to Sage's design here, you'll notice that, like I said earlier, she has a very wireframe digitized design. A lot of what makes her so unique is just kind of having this glitchy feel about her. But if we look back towards the end of the Sonic Frontiers story trailer, another character also has the same issue, and that's Sonic. He seems to be in a lot of pain as he grabs onto his arm, and this digital weird looking thing that we saw on Sage appears on him as well. So maybe this weird thing that's happening on Sonic's arm previously happened to Sage. She could have possibly been someone who was also corrupted by this strange environment. But the most important thing that doesn't have to be inferred here is that Sage was right. Sage was warning Sonic from what seems to be the very beginning to get out of here, as his actions may be reckless, and it turns out that Sonic is becoming affected by exactly what he's fighting against. This ultimately leads me to believe that Sage really isn't a bad guy. I feel like maybe throughout the entirety of the game, it might be presented that way just to kind of throw us off. But I think there really is going to be a big twist towards the end, leading us into the actual villain. And I don't know who that may be, because we don't know all of the information yet, so it's kind of hard to make that kind of prediction. But I feel like even Sonic himself, even through what we've seen so far in the official trailers and whatnot, maybe he also is speculating that Sage isn't as bad as she seems, as he doesn't even really fight her until the very end of the story trailer. Like, I feel like in the beginning, he had a perfect opportunity to go out of his way and fight her rather than going into the cyberspace, but instead he just chose to leave, which I don't really understand. And this leads me to believe that there also is going to be a very strange dynamic going on between these two characters. Sonic is definitely going to have this very non-trusting feeling about her, which I think is indicated in his render for the game, and I feel like Sage is going to feel completely indifferent. More than anything, she'll just want him off the island. But that is my Sonic Frontiers theory on who I believe Sage is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think Sage is? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Do you believe that she will be an antagonist, or do you think that she might end up being a good person at the end of the day? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. And also, while you're at it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you enjoyed it. It goes a super long way, and I would really appreciate it. But anyway, now's the greatest time as any to shout out my legendary channel members. Thank you all so very much for supporting me and my channel and creating the best possible content that I can create. Videos like these and many more would not be possible without you, and I praise the Lord for y'all every single day. If you want to become a member of my channel, there'll be a link in the description down below. But if you want to support through other means, I have a merch store, and you guys can check out all sorts of SONICSTA swag, whether it be hoodies, hats, t-shirts, you name it, we got it. The link will be in the description for that as well. But anyway, thank you all again so much for watching. This is Sonic signing out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?